Ever wondered if your story could help prevent someone from suffering? If you've been hesitant to post a certain video or to share a story that you really want to, but you just haven't yet, then this video is for you. Hi guys, it's Christian from ByChristian J Films here, and before we get into the meat, I just want to say a really special thank you to those who sent through some get well messages over the last week. Pleased to say I'm back on my feet, the headache has gone, don't know what it was, cluster headache, a migraine, or whatever it was. Now, today I wanted to speak about sharing stories for the simple belief that I truly feel that everyone has a story to tell. Life throws a lot of stuff at us, and some of us get hit harder than others. But what's strange is that only a handful of us seem to get heard whilst the rest of us stay quiet. Why is this? Think about something you've been through. It could be homelessness, it could be divorce, it could be betrayal, it could be a missed opportunity that could have set you up for life. It could be something that you're going through whilst you're watching this video. Whatever it is that you have gone through, have a think about if someone could benefit from hearing your story from your perspective. Lately, I've been toying with the idea of not only what to share on this channel, but how much of myself do I share? And I'm sure many of you can relate. All kinds of doubts seem to surface whenever I click that record button. Fear of judgment, perceived uniqueness, barriers. It could also be my own privacy concerns. And before you know it, you become overwhelmed and you park it for another day, indefinitely. So there's something that I had shared towards the end of last year. It's actually on Instagram. But if I told you the mental torment that I put myself through before releasing that video, in fact, I'm gonna share that process with you. So I listen to a variety of music, jazz, amapiano, and hip hop. Towards the end of 2022, one evening I was sitting at my desktop PC, and there's a particular track by Drake called Tuscan Leather. I might have mispronounced that, apologies if I have, but there's this, if you know this track, it's like it transitions at 3 stages, one at like 2 minutes in, and a second point at just after 3 minutes. This one time I was playing this tune, it hit me, like it actually hit me differently, and it could have just been the headspace that I was in. In fact, you might be the same. If you have played the same tune over and over, and this one time, it hit your soul differently, then please drop a comment below so that I know that I'm not alone. In the comment, if you could share what the tune was or is, at what point it touched your soul and why, then I will definitely go and take a listen, and I will give you a shout out in my next video. Back to the story, we're at the end of 2022. I'm at my desk. My mum hadn't long passed, it had been just about a year, and my daughter had not long been born. So emotionally, and in hindsight now, I realized that I was actually numb. To cut the long story short, I pulled this video together and labeled it Behind Closed Doors so that I can explain to others where my absence, but also what's been going on in my life over the last, say, couple of months. After pulling it together, I think I shared it with a handful of people just to get their thoughts. And I sat at my desk for hours just contemplating to post, not to post, to post, not to post, because for me, that video meant putting myself out there, which was completely alien to me. So by nature, I am a private person. If you ask anyone about me, even my oldest brother, one of the first things that they'll more than likely say is he is a private person. Secondly, I suck at posting on social media in general. Across 2020 and 2019, I averaged posting 1 post a year. So this post towards the end of 2022 was a big deal. So after hours of contemplating, writing out the caption, saving the draft, going back into it, I posted the video, put my phone on silent, and walked away from my desk, because that level of anxiety that hit me just as soon as I clicked post, I couldn't deal with it. Thinking, is someone going to watch my video? What are they going to think if they watch my video? Why would someone watch my video? Like, what's special about me? Now, the responses that I received were really heartwarming, and it took me a minute to pluck up the courage to pick up my phone to actually check, because I really felt sick after posting it. I know I'm not the only person to have lost someone dearly close to them, to have lost a parent, and I'm fortunate enough to have had 30 plus years with my mum. When something happens to you, it hits differently. Not every response you receive will be warm. It's important to know that when you do put yourself out there, you do open yourself up to be critiqued, and you open yourself up for, say, judgment. But when you're posting a video, it's essential not to really care too much about what people or what other people think, because they may not have necessarily been there with you by your side whilst you're going through these struggles. But also they may not actually be contributing to your life in any meaningful way. And this I say politely. When you choose to share your story, you're not just putting yourself out there, you're providing an opportunity for others to connect with you on a deeper level. It's your chance to show your vulnerability and authenticity, which can be inspiring for others who are going through similar hardships. To this day, I still grapple with the privacy concerns, as in how much of myself do I share, and fear of judgment. But I've also seen the positive impact that sharing personal stories can have on others. Your story is unique, just as everyone else's story is unique. By sharing it, you not only help others who may be going through similar situations, but it's also a way to contribute towards the larger human narrative. It's a way of saying, hi you're not alone. And that in itself can be a lifeline to someone who feels isolated and alone. For anyone that's been hesitant to share their story, just remember that experiences has the potential to have an impact on someone else's life. Don't let that fear keep you in place. Take that leap of faith, post that video, write that blog, start that mission, as you never know whose life you might touch or whose suffering you might alleviate. Your story matters.